So, Matthew, today we're going to talk about one of the internet's most loved and hated things, and that is, of course, lists. Are you a list lover or a list hater?
I like my own lists.
Right.
Other people will normally do it wrong.
I feel... Yeah, I think we're, like, naturally drawn to lists. Or maybe it's just, like... I don't know, we're striving to see what other people like to see if it coincides with us. You know, like, you're inbuilt, like, you want to fit in and all that stuff. Maybe it's just that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's a lot of controversy. And YouTube is very riddled with lists. Like, everything is a list. There's probably... I'm going to go ahead and say probably about 20% of, like, the popular channels on YouTube are list-related channels.
Just like top 10, whatever.
Yeah, like top 10 this, top 20 this. Like all they do is those kind of videos. Like, it's a big thing, and I think people just like watching it. So we've devised a new show in which we have a bit more of a relaxed approach, have some coffee, and we discuss the lists that we find. At some point we will head on to YouTube for the YouTube lists, but for now we thought we'd start off with a bit of a big one. With 22,241 titles. We're not going to do all that right now.
That's a lot.
We're going down the video game sorted by IMDB rating descending, which is basically, I think on IMDB there's like this little rating thing, like this rate this. What happens when you click that? Here we go. I've just navigated away. Okay, asked me to sign in. So there you go.
Yeah.
So you sign in, and then you vote, and I assume you give it a 1 to 10 star. At that point, can I sign in to be bothered to show everybody? Absolutely not.
No.
So Matthew, what is your opinion of number 1?
Well, I'm still playing it, so I can't give a thorough review, I guess.
How far through are you?
I don't know. Maybe like a third. I am enjoying it. I think it's a good game.
Do you think it's the best game you've ever played, like everybody else
No.
thinks on this list?
I mean, that's a very prestigious place, isn't it?
I think number 1 is quite a... It should be reserved for like the... I mean, you're saying it's the best game.
Yeah. You gotta be careful with that.
Like, they've given it... How many days? When did it come out? I'm clicking on it. When did it come out? Because I'm pretty sure... 26th of October. Right, so it's been a month exactly today.
Oh, yeah.
For those... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, this video is not going to be released on the 26th of November. But it's been... from the time of recording. It's been a month today. And I feel like for it to just surpass every game anyone has ever played, I think that's a bit much. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can even decide that early on.
No,
even if it is the best game ever made.
You need to give it a few
mental.
playthroughs. And besides, it is quite GTA. Like, they're pretty similar, right?
I mean, I think they'd actually sell the most games ever. So.
What do you mean?
Like, I think Rockstar. I think they break records and stuff with how much money they make from selling games.
Right.
Like GTA 5 was like the most. I think it was the highest grossing game ever or something.
Yes.
When it came
because
out.
Wii Sports was like free with the Wii. That's the only reason.
Oh yeah.
I think Wii Sports is the most bought game ever, or like most
owned game.
Yeah, because like you buy the Wii, you automatically get Wii Sports, and the Wii just got like a mental amount of sales, right?
Yeah, that shouldn't really count.
I don't actually think I ever bought a copy of Wii Sports, but I did play Wii Sports very much. Right. Well, that's number one. So I think we've given a fair view of Red Dead. I wouldn't say it's the best game ever. I also have not played the game. I've watched Matthew play the game, which we will link to now. And Matthew, where would you put it in the list? Give it a number.
Well, there's 22,000 in the list. I don't think I can just come up with a number.
A star rating.
Well, okay, so what's a 10?
Well, 9. This is 9.8 apparently, which is as good as it gets.
I always do these really low because I'm leaving a lot of gap. I'll give it a 7.
I always leave this really low. You only put it. Oh, technically it's out of 100 because you can do points. So you're giving it a 7.0.
Yeah, I can barely choose 7. I can't go into more detail than that. I can never do points on those. I can't choose that 100. Precision. I don't know how people normally do that. I guess you could only do that if you have 10 people and then you take an average.
Yes. I mean, or you just get people to rate out of 100. So if I told you to rate out of 100.
Because you can't choose out of 100. That's way too specific.
Well, okay. If you say so.
I could lean easily between 2 whole numbers. So how can I choose between those accurately? It's not going to be it's not going to mean anything basically. It's just random. At that
You're
point.
going to say, yeah, okay, all right, fine. The degree of precision does not help you, but in this case it does because there's 4,800 votes. So if it just said 9, that would be really boring.
I guess they're only choosing out of 10, but then it averages it.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, number 2, The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine.
This is actually a DLC.
Yeah, I could see number 3 is The Witcher, so people thought this DLC alone is better than the whole Witcher game.
I did hear it was good, that DLC.
Well, it's better than the real game, Matthew.
Apparently.
So it was released a year later, by the looks of things. Potentially, maybe we should have said that there's spoilers. I don't know, because there is a little description in these games on this list.
Does that spoilers?
So I don't know if that counts as spoilers. Well, you tell me.
That's just a description of it. That's not spoilers, is it?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't have spoilers in this little description.
I mean, they shouldn't.
I think you should probably skip this one because it's not an actual game.
Right, so that's not a real game, so we don't even classify it in the list.
I haven't played it, but I heard it's good.
Well, I think, yeah, okay. So The Witcher, The Witcher 3. How's The Witcher 3?
I love The Witcher 3.
You love it?
I think it's very good.
I haven't played The Witcher 3, and I do actually play games. I know this is 3 games in, or 2.5 games in, and I haven't played it. But, yeah. So, you loved it. What did you love about it?
Well, the gameplay's great. The whole story and the world and everything is super awesome. It's a really fleshed out world.
Cool.
And it's got and the story's really good.
Have you played any other 2?
Yeah, I played. Well, I played the second one first, and then I went back and tried to play the first one, and it was just too bad. I couldn't make it through the first one.
Is it
the story is still quite interesting and stuff, but the gameplay is just too horrible.
Right. Is it like when you play Oblivion and then you're like, oh, Morrowind exists. I'm gonna play Morrowind, and it's so horrible. It's
such a step down that you just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Witcher 1's completely different kind of style. It's almost turn-based. It's a bit weird.
Oh. Wow.
But there's also just a super ton of just walking around and talking to people. Your quest will make you walk across town 50 times. It's super annoying.
Boring, I think is the word you're looking for.
Yeah. It's just annoying.
I mean, some people love that kind of thing.
I just want to progress the story, but it's just walking around constantly. That's all you do.
Yeah. No, yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. So then 2 and then 3 is way better than 2. So they step up drastically each time.
I love 2, and then I love the story of 2, and I think the story of 2 and 3 is... I mean, 3 might be a bit better, I'm not sure, but the like gameplay of 3 was like really good. It stepped up with it. So yeah, I think it's a really good game.
So instead of this 9.8, what would you...
I'd say that's fairly accurate.
Fairly accurate, 9.8. Good. So one of the best games you've ever played, The Witcher.
Yeah.
Thoroughly recommend it to anybody else.
Yeah, if you like that kind of game.
If they're into action, adventure, 18. That kind of thing.
An 18, yeah. That's a good description.
Yeah, that's it. All right, number 4, The Last of Us. I have played The Last of Us, and believe it or not, and I think that this is one of the best games I've ever played, and I think most people would say that.
Yeah.
It's... Yeah, I mean, if you've got to the point where you're watching this video and you haven't heard of The Last of Us, I'm very surprised. So, whatever you heard about The Last of Us was probably good, if you haven't played it, that is. So, you can assume that it is actually a good game. And yes, it is an incredible game. Because it's not just gameplay. It's not just like killing zombies. It's like so much cool character. Like, games really do a good job at like telling you a story and giving you good gameplay, and they like almost never build up characters in any way, or at least not very well.
Yeah.
And this actually hits all 3 of those and manages to also give you really compelling characters that feel really real, and that plus it's just expertly developed as a game.
Yeah.
As well. Your thoughts?
I think it's just like perfect storytelling, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's it.
They do a good job. Like, they make you want more at the end of it. As in, like, you actually the game is proper long, and then you still want to play more of it after it finishes. Like, you don't get bored of it. Like, I don't remember getting bored at any point playing through it. It was just like always. I also don't think there's any loading screens or anything, so I think it does a good job at just like sapping hours out of your life.
Yeah.
Games that don't load for me, there's like no back to reality moment. It's just like play the game, and then you keep playing the game until something distracts you in some way. But yeah, that's an incredible game. I will give it maybe not a 9.8, maybe a 9.2, because 9.8 is like very, very high. Well, I guess you can have other things that join. Oh, okay, that's one of the best games I've ever played. Oh, it is definitely in my top 10. What about you?
I think it's kind of tricky because there's other games I really like that are pretty different to this game. So what I normally say is this is the best story game I've ever played.
Right.
But I don't know how you rate it otherwise.
What part of the
definitely
game
has a 10
not
for story.
Like? What don't you?
Well, I don't. It's not that I don't like anything about it. It's just that like Skyrim is also one of the best games I've ever played, and that's very different.
Right. Okay. I see what you mean. Well, that's kind of the whole point of this list. Like, all of the games we've done so far are quite different from each other.
Can I give it a 10?
You can give it a 10.
I'll give it a 10.
There we go. Cool. It's definitely in your best. You'll probably give 10 to something else, right?
Yeah.
But it's so you think 4th on this list, it's well placed. I mean,
Definitely.
we should really just rate the list. We're rating the list, so I think this is well placed as a 4. Like, it's in the top 5. I think that's right.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cool. All right, God of War, the most recent one, because people don't know how to make titles. So now I don't actually know the God of War. I haven't played God of War, so I'm not giving a very good.
But I saw a video of it.
The whole thing.
Here's Teal'c in it. No, not the whole thing. Just at the start.
Interesting. So we're going to. So let's see. We've got. What are the? Wait, let me find the titles. Where are they? Here we go. Right. This is how they titled the game. They went with God of War, God of War 2, God of War Betrayal, God of War Chains of Olympus, God of War Collection, God of War 3. God of War Ghosts of Sparta, Origins Edition, Saga, Ascension, Collection, 3 Remastered, God of War A Call from the Wilds, God of War.
They did a good job there, didn't they?
So I think that was the issue. Yeah, so we're talking about this most recent God of War. Fortunately, IMDb puts the date in because, you know, I already half said the first one. I heard that this game is incredible. Neither of us have played this. I heard it's incredible. It probably has a Last of Us style because it's like your son or whatever. Maybe not your son. I don't know. As a kid.
It's your son, yeah, I think.
Ah, okay. So maybe there's a bit of a character building thing there, and
I feel like it's instantly good because it has Teal'c in it. But then, other than that, I didn't think the gameplay or anything looked that great.
Who does he play?
He's the main character.
Oh, really? Which one? What's his name?
Christopher Judge. The first one.
Yeah. I didn't know that. That's
cool.
Incredible.
And he has a great voice.
That's incredible. I didn't know he plays. That's so cool. What's the guy's name in the game?
I don't know. Kratos. There you go.
There we go. No, that's cool.
He's like a guy that kills gods, I think.
Yeah, I think it's all like, it's like a mythology thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Greek. Maybe a combination.
I think it was a lot of Greek, and then I haven't actually seen any of the other games, so I'm just guessing. But then this one goes more to like Norse gods, which is kind of interesting.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a combination. Yeah, I thought it was a combination, because you kind of run out and it gets a bit samey. Oh, here you go. Yeah. After wiping out the gods of Mount Olympus, Kratos moved to the frigid lands of Scandinavia. There you go. You're exactly right, Matthew.
Awesome.
So yeah, we haven't played it. We're not going to rate it, but we've heard it's good. Right, 1998 Metal Gear Solid.
Is that the first one?
I thought it was older than that.
I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Oh no, yeah. Well, a game called Metal Gear Solid came out in 1998. I can tell you that. Does it show me? Can I get the
releases?
No.
Just go to releases.
Where?
5.
Where is that?
5 releases.
Oh. A nice list.
No, this is not a good list.
Alright, anyway. The 1998 PlayStation 1 Metal Gear Solid. Neither of us have played this, and I don't think we've played any of the Metal Gear trilogy series. Have you played any?
Nope.
Nope, me neither. So, heard it's good. Go play that. Go buy a PS1.
The gameplay didn't look very good.
Well, you can't say it didn't look good.
Old games never have good gameplay, do they?
I mean, they do.
Unless you go back to
just
Space Invaders, then it gets good again.
Asteroid's the best gameplay ever. Yeah, they get a bit complicated, don't they? But they don't. Yeah, no one really knows. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Well, I mean, it's got a 9.7 for a reason, so we can just assume that it's good. But on this one, we haven't played it. We can't give our opinion, so we're gonna skip it.
I think it was similar gameplay to Resident Evil 1.
Probably.
You played that?
Old. I have not. I've seen it though.
Right,
we're gonna skip this Witcher one because it's another DLC. Why DLCs are even on this list, I have no idea. And we're gonna go with Uncharted 4. Have you played Uncharted 4?
No, I don't have a PS4.
So, you've played all the other Uncharted though, haven't you?
Yeah.
And
I want to play this one.
This one got like incredible, reviews and all that.
Yeah.
Hence number 8, right?
Naughty Dog are great.
Yeah, I think it's just that. I think it's like Naughty Dog release a game, it's got to be really high up there. I think that's kind of why Red Dead Redemption 2 is so high. It's like, oh my god, it's Rockstar, and then bam, it's at like number 1.
Yeah.
People don't consciously think that, but they subconsciously do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of GTA 5, This game
It's a good game.
Well, yes, it's an exceptional game. I think the coolest thing with it is there's just so much to do. So like when it comes to story and stuff, the story and stuff is a bit, I don't know, mild.
Mild.
You know what I mean?
What do you mean
Maybe
by mild?
Bland. It's not that
Bland.
Like, it's not that rich of a story, like the single player. But it's like an epic game for the multiplayer and all the things you can do and infinite modability and.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, as a game you want to buy and never buy another game ever again, this is one to do. It just has so much. There's so much stuff you can do. You can just play it forever.
Yeah, with the multiplayer stuff, and they always add new stuff, so it kind of just goes on forever.
Yeah. So, excellent game. I would say it's worth the top 10. Also, the graphics are pretty incredible, aren't they?
Are they? You told me that I said that, but I don't remember that.
What, when it came out?
Yeah, you said when we played it that I said that the graphics were amazing, and I don't remember that.
What, it was 2013. That's a good long while ago.
Yeah.
I can't believe that game has held up for that long. Like, you could easily just play that right now. And it's 5 years old.
Why aren't we?
That just shows... Yeah, I know, right? That just shows how good a game is, in my opinion. For it to, like, last that long and just be...
Wait, hang on. It's pretty crap in some technical aspects. But other than that...
Okay. We're gonna go on the negative side. So, multiplayer takes a year to load on a very good computer. That one.
Yeah, like everything takes like ages to load.
But
like,
once you're playing it, it doesn't load.
Like not even funny amount of time to load.
When you're playing, you could drive across the city and it doesn't load. Like it'll unload stuff behind.
Oh yeah, that stuff's okay. It's loading like, changing session or something weird like that.
That's it. Yeah. Also finding people and stuff. It's the matchmaking is really crap.
Yeah. Also, you always used to break, didn't it? You used to just get disconnected from each other or stuff.
Yeah, we probably should have started with the bad review, the bad stuff.
It's a terrible game.
Sounds like it's a crap game, yeah. Right, good game. Play it. Maybe not worth the top 10.
That stuff might have been improved by now. Don't know. Yeah,
when did we play it? Not in 2013.
I think we did. We played it pretty close to the. Well, it didn't come out on PC straight away. So when it did, that's when we played it.
Yeah, true.
I bought it on Xbox 360, and then I bought it on Xbox One, and then I bought it on PC to play with you.
And what, you're like £160 down?
Yeah, ridiculous.
£180. Isn't it £60 each time?
That's why they're made so much money from this game. Just idiots like me buying it like 50 times.
And it's the most expensive game ever. They definitely have that advantage. Mass Effect 2. Have you played Mass Effect 2?
No.
Wow, that's a name. Shore Agdashlu.
You shouldn't have tried that.
No, I shouldn't have. So you haven't played it? I haven't played it. Mass Effect series is very...
I played Mass Effect 3, and I liked it.
Praised. Yes, there's a... What was the one after that? Andromeda, I'm going to say?
Oh, maybe. I forgot that one existed.
There's another one after it, isn't there? That newer one. That everyone was complaining about the, like, facial expressions and stuff.
Mass Effect 4, whatever it's called.
Yeah. So yeah, we haven't played Mass Effect 2. I heard it's like one of the best story games ever. So...
What, specifically 2? Or the series in general?
No, this series in general. I think they go on from each other, don't
they? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I played 3 all the way through, and I played a fair amount of 1.
How did you not feel the urge to play 2 then?
Well, I didn't finish 1.
Ah, okay.
I was going to do them all, but I didn't get through 1.
So much for that. All right.
1 was pretty good. I was kind of enjoying it. I just kind of lost steam. It's pretty long.
Yeah. That's the thing with sometimes with these. They just go on forever.
I think like the first... It's similar to The Witcher 1. It's kind of a bit long and a bit monotonous. And then they kind of figure that stuff out apparently in the next game.
Yeah, but you're supposed to have played that first one, so when you get the next one, it's awesome.
Yeah, you're supposed to have played the first one when you're a kid, so you don't care about it being long and monotonous.
Yeah, you only have 3 games, so you got to play it.
But I can't do it now. It was too late.
Yep, I understand. Right, so yeah, good game. Don't know if it's this good, but it's a good game. We're going to skip this Metal Solid 3 on basis of the last one.
Yeah, not played it.
Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
Did you play that one?
So, I don't know which one this is.
I think this is the turn-based one.
Turn-based? There's a turn-based one.
I thought you played this one.
This isn't turn-based. That doesn't look turn-based. Oh, that looks quite turn-based. Is it?
Yeah.
It doesn't look that turn-based.
I remember because I saw this. It was like I didn't know this one existed. And I saw it. And I was like, oh my god, that game looks amazing. And I went and looked at it. And I was like, oh, it's turn-based. And then I didn't play it.
It looks cool. The cover looks awesome. All right. We have not played this game, and they foolishly called the MMO the Old Republic.
Yeah.
So
I like the MMO.
So it's confusing, and every Star Wars poster for a game ever has the exact same style. So it's really hard to tell the difference with the poster. So we haven't played this one. So yeah, we're gonna just continue and just skip it. The Ocarina of Time, or Ocarina of Time.
This is the first one of this kind of type, I think.
What, like?
Would you call it a type? This class, I would call it. This class of game. This is the first of this class, which is like the famously classically good games.
Yeah, like classic as in old enough. This is like this is the best. Well, probably Metal Gear Solid.
Actually, no, yeah.
But we just haven't played it.
It's the same year as Metal Gear.
Yeah. So
I just don't know anything about that one, so I guess I don't consider it like that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is quite commonly known as the best game ever made, I think.
Yeah. I think if people said my favorite game ever is the Ocarina of Time,
yeah, it's probably a common one.
Yeah, I think it's a common one. I haven't played through this game. I've seen some footage and some speedruns of it because it's immensely popular speedrun wise.
Yeah, I watched the Game Grumps play the entire thing.
Right.
So I haven't played it, but I have seen the whole game.
It's when I was that age. I played Super Mario 64, so I was more on the Mario side, which obviously is not on this list.
I didn't have a Nintendo.
Sorry?
I didn't have a Nintendo, so...
You're a PS1 guy,
I had a PS... I didn't actually have a console for a long time, and then I got a PS2.
Okay, PS2, okay. But yeah, so I'm more on the Mario side, so I never really did any of the Zelda stuff. But, I mean, obviously I played Breath of the Wild, but...
It's weird, because I've not played many Zelda games at all, really, because I didn't really have a Nintendo console. But I love Game Grumps, and they play that stuff all the time, so I've seen them play loads and loads of Zelda stuff, and like I love it through that. Right. So it's kind of a weird one.
I mean, it's not the playing it yourself necessarily that makes it incredible. So
no,
like watching people play it is just as cool. Yes, so we're probably going to go and play that at some point. But for now we haven't played it.
That'd be
but
cool.
We can completely understand that it's 13.
Are you ready for how bad the graphics are?
Oh no, yeah, they're pretty bad, but they're the same as Super Mario 64. And I lived with that for many years of my life.
We should play that as well.
We should play
Those are both great games. That game has the best music of any game ever.
Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could probably say that. I've listened to the soundtrack many a time.
Yeah, I listen to it frequently.
It is incredible. Right. SpiderMan, the new one. This is a similar thing as Red Dead, where it only just came out. Calm down, people.
Yeah, people seem to love it.
I think it came out at a good time. Like, Marvel is really popular right now. And I think a bit of that helps it. I have a feeling that more of these are going to be bought leading up to Christmas.
The games like this that are kind of made for a TV show or a film or something, they like tend to always be bad, don't they? But we're getting to a point now where people are actually managing to make good versions of these games.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Like this is a great example. Like someone's managed to make a Spider-Man game that people really love, and it's like really well made and stuff.
The golden rule is that video game movies are bad and movie video games are bad. Probably could say that in a more elegant way, but that's the rule. So, but this is breaking that rule. I think this is one of the first games that have properly broken that rule. Because normally, other than like the Lego, the Lego video game, the Lego movie set of games, they're actually okay, right? Actually, I'd put them in they're pretty good. So,
but like this is like, ones, but I haven't played many new ones.
Yeah, but this is like
they're the same.
Considered just amazing game.
I think this is made by Insomniac, which is the people that made Spyro. I think.
Oh, that's cool. The old Spider-Man games were awesome. So, not awesome, but they were very good. Yeah, they were pretty good. They were fun to play.
I think they're the sort of games that you remember being good, but they're really not.
Probably. But the cool thing is that this relives a bit of that, which is loads of people's nostalgia from like original Xbox and stuff.
Yeah.
And it buys into the new Marvel's amazing set of people as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So none of us have played this. None of us own a PlayStation, a PS4. But I think it's a good game. I've seen loads of clips.
It's well made.
It's awesome. And yeah,
like technically well made.
Yep. All right, 15. We'll stop at 20, I think. Uncharted. We kind of spoke about Uncharted already.
This is like the whole trilogy.
This is the whole trilogy. So putting all of that in the same...
I've played all of those.
Putting that all in the same one is probably a bit extreme. So this is the remastered ones for PS4. Imagine how cool they are to play. So Matthew, I'm going to say one thing for this, because this is kind of a separate thing. So which of the Uncharted games, 1 to 3, is your favourite?
I kind of consider them the same game.
Well, that's why they came out in the same game here.
Like you said, Lord of the Rings is like one film. Because they're just kind of... it's all like one thing.
Flow. Yeah.
I don't... The games don't necessarily have to be that way, but I played them like straight after each other. I didn't have a PS3 through that generation. I had the 360 instead. Like you did.
Yeah.
And I only got a PS3 after the Xbox One came out.
Right.
And I just kind of got it to play all the games that I missed out on because I never had one.
Like this.
So I played all the Uncharted games. I played The Last of Us. I played Heavy Rain, and I played Beyond Two Souls, I think.
Yeah, the like Heavy Rain, another Heavy Rain equivalent.
Yeah.
Right.
So I kind of got that, and I played all these games all at the same time, pretty much. I think I have stuff from 2 that kind of sticks in my mind. I think 2 had some really cool stuff.
So does that mean 2 is the one you'd say is the best one, or?
Yeah, I think so. Also, it's called Among Thieves, and there's like, you're like, why is it called that? And then there's like one point in the thing where someone says it or something, and you're like, oh.
That always happens. That's cool.
Yeah, I love that. I love it when that happens.
Right, well that's 15. 16, Skyrim. We both have a lot of good stuff to say about Skyrim.
10.
Well, you'd give it a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 10. I mean, it's Oblivion, which we both grew up with as an incredible game. And it is.
Yeah.
But it's like that, but just like our dream of what we want Oblivion to turn into.
Yeah, they just improve the gameplay more and stuff.
I love being able to like have a sword in one hand and like a fire spell in the other hand.
Yeah.
Like that's just gameplay stuff. The story and stuff is, I would say the story's like just as good as Oblivion. Maybe not amazingly better if it is. I mean,
I think the Oblivion is kind of just funny, isn't it? Because of the way it is. Do you know what I mean? Like the acting and stuff's just kind of dodgy and funny.
Yeah.
So they kind of improve that a bit. They make the story a bit more, like, slightly better acting and stuff. Still not great. Also doesn't have a Sean Bean in it, which is no good, really.
That's kind of true. 4 out of 5. Okay. So yeah, Skyrim's great. The story's great. It probably should be higher than 16, in my personal opinion. I could play it right now, even though it came out in 2011, and I took like, I don't know, 3 days off of school to play it, like consistently. Oh, yeah. Good times.
Me too.
Very good times.
I remember shortly after I played it, I was telling you that I was kind of disappointed about it. And I think that's because... So at the time, like when we played Oblivion, it was like the first Elder Scrolls game we played, and we loved it. And we played it for like a year straight.
Yeah.
And then, I think because Skyrim... Because we'd already played Oblivion, Skyrim we didn't play it for a year straight. Because it's kind of a similar thing, just a bit more of it.
Yeah.
So we kind of played it a bit less and then kind of got bored of it a bit quicker. And I think that's why I was disappointed, because I was hoping for like to feel the way I felt with Oblivion.
Absolutely.
But kind of now I realise that I never go back to play Oblivion now, but I do go back and play Skyrim again because it's just got better gameplay.
Yeah, completely.
So I think it's a great game.
Absolutely, it is an incredible game. Yeah, we played Oblivion like really close to it, right? And I think that was a bit of an issue. But I remember just the days before it coming out, just being so excited for dragons, and like when we saw the teaser for it.
I don't think I've ever been so excited as the days before Skyrim.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is the most excited I've ever been for a game to come out.
Staying up all night to wait for the download to appear and stuff.
And we actually stayed up all night. Yeah. So yes, but also remember in 2011, Matt and I are like in school and we don't have any lives. So this is the biggest thing in our life is Skyrim coming out. And I think the gap in time between Skyrim and Oblivion is just mental. That you just it's such a big thing. Like it comes around so rarely. Like their next one is going to just be like just as anticipated because they've taken ages. We also we had a bit of anticipation for the Elder Scrolls Online, remember? But it wasn't quite, and we like played it at Gamescom.
I bought like the special thing with the statue and stuff.
And we played it at Gamescom before it was released and stuff, which just made us even more excited.
Yeah.
And then that didn't last long. Similarly with Skyrim, we played it a good amount. But
yeah, it was an MMO, isn't it? We're not into MMOs so much.
Not really. Maybe in the future. So yeah, Skyrim should probably be higher than 16. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Alright. Portal 2. Portal 2 is probably one of my favourite games ever. I did not realise it had J.K. Simmons in it.
Oh, who does he play? But there's no people in it. Who the hell could he possibly play?
I think he plays the guy. Yeah, there's a...
Oh, like the guy, the like... Is he like the CEO or something?
Yeah, he's the guy downstairs. I haven't played it in ages to know. Wait, why am I doing
Makes
this?
sense.
Why am I doing that?
What are you doing?
I'm looking through everything J.K. Simmons has done rather than just Paul. This tells me, right? Yeah, Cave Johnson, that's it. They did a good job. They had such little thing. They obviously got Nolan North in because you have to. They had so little like parts to play, and they get like J.K. Simmons and Stephen Merchant. It's amazing. Yes. So Portal 2, right? So Portal, being as like this random little expansion game, as like it feels like the game is a test and not even an actual game. When you buy the orange box and you get like TF2 Half-Life. That was like a weird experience because I like bought the orange box for TF2? I don't even remember. And then it's just like, I've never done Portal, and I played it, and it's just like, this is the best game ever. And then they made a proper game out of it, Portal 2, and made it co-op, which is like the dream. Because whenever you see a cool single-player game, you're like, I really wish I could play this with my friends, and they did it. And yeah, it's a masterpiece of a game. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
I think
that for me that's 10. That's a 10 for me.
Yeah, I love the story.
It's perfect.
They really ramped up the story for the second one.
They're so good. It's so good. I think... I don't know. I mean, Valve don't pursue these types of games very much. And I think it's because it makes them a lot less money than, like, releasing a load of skins on CSGO. So it's kind of fair enough. But at the same time, like, it's a masterpiece of a game. So, yeah.
I don't know if the puzzles are as good as the first one. I think it has some interesting stuff. Yeah, isn't the multiplayer bit a separate set of puzzles? I thought the story was one person, and then the multiplayer was like a separate set of co-op puzzles.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah, absolutely. I remember something. What do I remember? Yeah, okay. Anyway, the co-op bit is incredible, and yeah, you're right. I think the single player, because they added like the goo and stuff, the single player is different. Like they've added a lot of individual things to make the single player better. And then the co-op is like a whole nother thing, because you're just thinking like there's a whole new set of portals you have to think about, which is like crazy.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't work that stuff out at all.
So good. They made the co-op amazing, and they made it moddable on like Steam and stuff, so people have made like an infinite amount of chambers. Yeah, so you can play. That's cool. Best game ever. 10 out of 10. 10. Arkham City. Have you played that?
No.
So I've played a Batman.
There's Mark Hamill in it.
Oh yeah, because he's the Joker in the animated ones, so he must be the Joker in.
Is he?
Is the Joker in Arkham City? I'm assuming he plays the Joker in the other one, so why would he not?
Batman, isn't it?
What, in this picture?
Yeah, look how ridiculous that looks.
Where is he? Oh, wait, where is he? Why isn't he like... Am I blind?
No, I can't see him.
Why is this not in alphabetical order?
Yeah, there he is. Like he's the Joker.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, okay. The Joker must not be a big part of it.
Yeah, they have loads of different ones, don't they?
Yeah. But yeah, he plays the Joker in the animated series. That's probably...
the TV show? The cartoon?
Yeah, in the cartoon, yeah. He does the Joker's voice.
Nice.
He's like super famous for that. I mean, he's obviously super famous for Star Wars, but he's super famous for that.
I didn't even know, so...
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people watch that animated thing. I don't as much, but a lot of people do. And
yeah, I didn't really watch it.
You fell for the old sick Joker guy, Batman.
So, I played one of the other Batman games, and it's very good. So I'm going to assume that this one's just better, because it's on this list, this high up.
You liked, what's that game called? What's the Lord of the Rings game called?
Oh, Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor. It's the same people, the same engine, I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, Shadow of Mordor's cool. It gets a bit repetitive, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's not on this list. I mean, this is also on this list because it's Batman. Maybe that's a good example of another film-related game that's good. Batman games are good. They're actually good.
Okay, well, I guess this series is. I don't know any others.
Well, the ones I played were good, and yeah, I mean they've been good. Yeah, they're pretty good. So I don't know if this one is worth 18, but I mean, yeah, seems good. Basically. All right, number 19. You can start with this one.
I haven't played it.
Well, that works. So I want to see some screenshots of this because I played. This is a video. No.
I watched some videos of it. I watched a bit of a playthrough of it, and it looked pretty crap.
So I played a game very long time ago that I'm very sure is this game. What the hell are these pictures?
Can you go back to the mocap guy?
Oh, which guy?
I liked that. The guy mocapping. I think it's back a bit further.
So, I think
There you go.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like a thing in front of him. So that was 2009. Anyway, yeah, I think I remember this game. So I played this, and yeah, it's okay. I have a huge feeling that it's only as high as it should be because people have
Played the new one.
played the new one. Yeah, I would like
Might
to
be.
see where this was before the new one came out. It's great, a good game for this time, but not like in the top games I've ever played. So, I'm not a fan. I mean, I don't think it should be here. I think it's a good game, but I don't think it should be here. So that's my opinion.
Fair enough.
8 years ago. Yeah, right. We've talked about the Uncharted, so we're not doing that one.
But that was the one I said was my favourite. So.
All right, go on then. This is your favourite, Matthew.
Well, it's the first one on its own on here, so they've put them in the right order, I guess.
No. 4 was on here.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't played that one, so I don't know.
Right.
It has Claudia Black in it.
Who is she?
She is Claudia Black.
Oh, it's her. That's Claudia Black.
Yeah. From Farscape and Stargate.
That's the one. Oh, she's in a lot of stuff.
She's cool.
She's in
I
a
like
lot of stuff. She's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It has Nolan North, who's in even more stuff.
He's in every game ever, so that's fine.
He is in every game. If you don't know who Nolan North is, I will leave a link to his IMDb in the description, and you'll be amazed.
Either Nolan North or Troy Baker.
That's it. Troy
He's
Baker.
in every game ever.
I can guarantee you right now that I can scroll up this list and find Troy Baker. Where is he? He has to be in this list.
I've definitely seen him today.
He has
So-
to be in this list. Maybe?
There he
he
is. Oh, they both are in that one.
Wow. Anyway, alright, I'll leave Troy Baker's in the description as well. Both of those. Look at their IMDb's and be amazed at who they play, because you have no idea, unless you know who they are. Right, so Uncharted 2, go for it.
It's a good game.
Right, okay. Good.
The first
think that-
Uncharted is like, you know what I was saying about the first game being a bit like monotonous and not that interesting sometimes. It was pretty good, the first one, but it's like a bit like that. It's a little bit slower and a bit less going on. But the second one, like the story gets really awesome, and they improve the gameplay and stuff, and it's really cool. The story's great.
Right, okay. That makes sense. Awesome. Well, that is our top 20 of the 22,000 whatever. I think 22,241. I think the top 20 is the ones that we really want to care about. We could continue this at some point, but the top 20 is good. So that's IMDb's top 20 games. And yeah, we're gonna try to bust a few more lists from time to time. How much do you agree with this list?
Me?
Yeah.
I'd say like it's 20% of it is right.
Yeah. I think it's not that bad.
I don't know.
It's a not that bad list.
I mean, it's
The games that are on here
it's
are
all
pretty.
opinion, isn't it? So
It is. I think it looks like there's a few more games as we go down. I think some games are missing, and some games shouldn't be here. But that's what it's going to be with every list, isn't it? So yeah, let us know if you want to specifically, or if you want us to go through a list that you've made, or you found, or you don't agree with, or you do agree with, and we'll happily review that one too. And thanks for watching.